My first stop is the country's capital, New Delhi. At the heart of this city of nearly 20 million inhabitants, more than 30,000 wild monkeys roam the streets freely.
So here we are on a street in New Delhi, and this is the kind of sight we see everywhere here. Macaques helping themselves to food from the rubbish bins. There is a whole tribe here, about 15 individuals. First of all, you mustn't look them in the eye, because that's aggressive. And even if they've got a lot of food, they're still very prone to violence. And it has to be said that cities were built here on their former territory, the jungle. As a result, these animals, originally frugivores who gathered fruit in the forest, have completely changed their diet and considerably broadened it. The result is what is known today as urban monkeys. It's a real problem, and at the moment scientists are unable to find a solution to drive away these animals, who seem to be thriving here in the streets of New Delhi. Despite the ban on feeding monkeys, Indians continue to bring them offerings. In the Hindu religion, Hanuman is the monkey god. He symbolizes strength and wisdom. As a result, the authorities are completely powerless in the face of the capital's macaques, which are spreading and colonizing parts of the city. Day-to-day life is often disrupted for families in New Delhi. While scientists have attempted sterilization campaigns to slow the spread of the monkeys, they have so far been unsuccessful. The strain caused by the monkeys is such that more and more families are fleeing the cities for the countryside. Is it this way, Akram?
Yes, Mathieu, it's just over here.
Akram is one of the few people still trying to intervene directly on site, at his level and with his own limited resources. He is a monkey hunter, one of the best in the capital. He's taking me to the site of his next assignment.
This is a neighborhood with a lot of children, so it can really be dangerous. I think I'll use a net this time. It'll be a lot safer.
Madam, were you the one who called to get rid of this female macaque?
Yes, it was me, because the government aren't doing anything about it. So we have no choice but to call monkey hunters to get rid of these animals. It's our only solution.
So exactly what problems did the monkey cause? What happened here?
Normally they don't stay long, but this female macaque has been terrorizing us for a whole month now.
I was just playing football when the monkey started chasing me. It attacked me from behind, and I was really scared. My uncle chased it away.
Despite appearances, the procedure can be quite dangerous.
Look, Mathieu, last time I didn't use a net and I got bitten. Look at my wounds. The bite was deep. It damaged a nerve in my right hand. It's really hindering my work.
Wow, that is something. Here comes the female. He spotted the bananas. And there she goes. There we go. The net goes up quickly and efficiently.
So now that we've caught her, we're going to free her in a location with other monkeys.
Is there really somewhere here where you can keep the animal away from the cities?
Yes, it's a sort of jungle. There are a lot of monkeys there.
Capturing macaques is an almost daily occurrence here in New Delhi. What Akram does is a real trade, because this female, even if she seems very cooperative, can react at any moment. There you go, head first. Hopla. Here we go. Whoa. Right. We've got to hurry because this monkey is in a stressful situation, locked up in this bag. So we're going to have to hurry to get into the jungle to release it. Okay, should we get going, Akram? We're heading for the outskirts of New Delhi, just a few kilometers away.
You see, Mathieu, we release them into what we call the jungle. It's the closest thing we have to their natural habitat these days. Before, where Delhi is today, there was a monkey forest. Now it's gone. The city is everywhere.
But there isn't any fruit on the trees, is there, Akram?
No, there's none here anymore. But people here have kept the habit of feeding them. They come every morning and bring them fruit, just like in the city.
I must admit that when Akram spoke of a jungle earlier, I was expecting to find a lush forest. But here we're in what is essentially still an urban jungle on the outskirts of New Delhi. As you can see, the branches are covered in dust, city dust. But this is where the macaque will be released. And besides, there are others up there in the trees, so it won't be alone. This is it. So you have to be careful because... There you go. Akram, will this female find it easy to be accepted by the other macaques, even though they're not from her tribe?
No, it will be hard at first. She'll disrupt the group hierarchy that's already in place. But because she's a female, she should be accepted fairly quickly. It would be a different story with a male. You know, Mathieu, I have no delusions about this job. I'm sure that sooner or later, this female macaque will find her way back to the city. But I just want to feel like I'm helping people.
These macaques have perfectly adapted to urban life. For them, cities represent an inexhaustible source of food. And like all the other monkeys that have already been relocated, this female will no doubt return to haunt the streets of New Delhi. It's now become their home. In losing their habitat, macaques pose a threat to us all. They are encroaching on territory that has been appropriated by humans and the city. Each day, our spaces are shrinking a little more. This behavior sends out a strong signal. Our territory is just as fragile as that of wild animals. I'm now heading for the south of the country. In this rural region, humans are faced with the largest of all land mammals, the Asian elephant. India's great forests now cover less than 20% of the country, and only 10% of them remain available for elephants' needs. Elephants in need of food are therefore forced to venture into villages. This pressure on pachyderms can sometimes prove fatal for humans. I'm meeting with Ajay Desai, a biologist who has been trying for more than 30 years to put an end to the tensions between humans and elephants. And it's proven a true battle for this wildlife lover.
The area where we are working right now in is that it's an area with a large amount of coffee plantation, and there's very little natural forest left. So elephants essentially are living in coffee and among human beings and their agriculture. So it's resulting in a large amount of conflict, large number of people are killed, a lot of crop damage is there. At the same time, people are also retaliating and killing elephants.
So, Ajay, how do you do to find this solution, thinking about conservation of the elephants?
The only real solution here is to remove the elephants. And when you remove the elephants, it basically means that you either kill them or you bring them into captivity, and either of which basically means that the elephant is no longer available for conservation. So if you want to conserve elephants, you have to resolve human-elephant conflict. Otherwise, it's not possible to do elephant conservation. I'm just going to meet a person who just lost his wife recently.
Okay.
About 3 weeks back, he lost his wife to elephants. And we just need to meet him and talk to him about what happened and how it happened.
Okay.
Namaskar.
Hello, Vikram.
Now,
This is Mathieu, and he is from France. He's interested in the conflict between elephants and humans. Could you tell us a bit about what happened?
Okay.
This is him.
You see, Mathieu, this is them when they were young.
That's my wife, Marianda. I lost her to an elephant. I know we all have to die one day, but I can't help feeling angry at the elephant. Now, because of this elephant, I'm alone and I have 3 children to look after. Marianda and I used to share everything. Life just isn't the same without her. I just don't know how I'm going to manage. Look, this is Ganesha, our elephant god. We Hindus are faced with a real dilemma. Night and day we pray to our elephant god to protect us, and yet it is he who takes our lives.
And have you heard about many accidents here in this area also? Or?
Yep. Yes, more and more often. 6 months ago, another woman from the village was killed. The elephants are no longer afraid of humans and are now coming closer to the villages. You see, this is a new phenomenon for us.
So, thank you. Thank you so much.
And I wish you good luck. Thank you very much.
Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. Bye.
Thank you, Vikram. I'll come back and see you later.
Okay. Okay.
In order to learn more about the causes behind these attacks and what can be done about them, I am going with Ajay to the coffee plantation where Vikram's wife Marianda was attacked. Ajay has spent half his life in the forest and knows the village as well. Here, beneath the trees, the ground is almost entirely covered with coffee plants. The workers, camouflaged by the vegetation, occasionally find themselves face to face with an animal weighing almost 4 tons.
Namaste. Namaste. And so you are only 2 persons here working here?
Yes, the others left after the accident.
Could you tell us a bit about what happened? Were you in the fields at the time?
We had just arrived in the early morning when the elephants came out of the bushes. We hadn't seen it. We barely had time to run away. But Marianda tripped and the elephant trampled her. That's how it happened.
And are you afraid about elephants every day? Do you think about it?
Of course. Look, the forest is the elephant's home, so we're in its home. What's more, we're very small. So sometimes it won't see us and we'll get scared once it does, and its instinct is to chase us.
How can you do when you hear elephants here?
If it's very close, the only solution is to run away. But if it's quite far, we make a noise, a particular sound to scare it off.
With this sound, the elephant can stop and go away?
Yes, I swear. The elephants leave.
Again? Namaste.
I really admire these pickers. These brave women keep smiling despite the loss of one of their own and despite the constant danger involved in their work in the forest. In response to these tragedies, the authorities have found an alternative. The elephants considered to be the most aggressive have been locked up in camps designed especially for them. But Ajay disapproves of such practices, which he deems unnatural. So I'm off to see one of these camps on my own.
Ooh. Wow.
So here's where the elephant is restrained. You see, these sticks will be inserted into the cage.
Come on. Come on, catch. Come on. Come on. Catch. Catch it. Come on. Come on, there you go, my friend. That's it, my friend, that's it. You're doing great. There you go. There you go, good. This elephant was really violent when he arrived. I was quite scared of him. But now, he's starting to calm down. 2 more months of training and I should be able to take him out of his enclosure. After that, another year, and the elephant will be able to be used as a load-bearing animal to work in the forest as it used to be done.
The aim is really to get the animal to repeat the same gestures over and over again every day so that it can gradually respond to them and slowly turn this wild giant into a domesticated animal. Of course, it's true that we'd much prefer to see this animal in the wild. But it's also true that maybe this elephant has, in being captured, escaped death, as it could have been killed by the villagers. This is one way of conserving the Asian elephant, even if we might not necessarily think it the ideal solution.